everybody, how you doing? How's everybody feeling today? Pop out the chat. It's good. Our long-term bags are pumping. Bitcoin is moving. Tell you, there's going to be a time where Bitcoin outshines all these alts. It's going to happen. Everyone gets so into the alts that they forget that Biddy Bitcoin runs the show. But he does, right? He really does. And we got to remember that all the time. Bitcoin reminds us of that all the time as well. Hey everybody, I run the show. Hey, it was a late night trading. All right. Okay, guys, we just want to get into what I see happening and what's going on. And we're starting with Bitcoin dominance. It says why you should watch your alts Bitcoin back to 13K, 20K by December 2020. Now, this is what we see going on right now for Bitcoin. Nice. Nice. So this is the Bitcoin dominance, which we left since this nice pump in May 8th. Bitcoin has been losing dominance all the way. Its highest point was at 68%. It peaked at 69% dominance. And right before that March crash in February, it was all the way down to, in February 16th, it went all the way down to 61%. Okay. And now we're falling. We went as low as 58%, and that seemed to be our bottom. Okay. Look at Bitcoin dominance, man. In 2018 wasn't even that high, but look at what it was in the run up 2017. Dominance 96% in March of 2017. And this is when the altcoins started to kind of have their rally. Here's the altcoin peak, 70% at the peak. So we're pretty close to the 2017 peak. Not like immediately on it, but at 70. And what's going on, user? And we could be at 60, 63 right now. Now, what do we see happening? Well, this is a double bottom. Very bullish, right? We trade these all the time. And we live and die by this pattern. Well, that would put Bitcoin dominance kind of hitting the same level here in this area at 64%. Now, the only thing I think that could stop that is the DeFi action, right? If there's enough DeFi going on, it could take some market share away from Bitcoin. Shout out to everyone on the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit the comment section if you can. Just hit a comment, say, hey, what up? I'm here. Say hi to each other. Good morning. I just like everyone to kind of say, hey, what up? Good morning. Also lets me know it's not some strange hacker who likes to just watch our channel. Hello. Hey, Denise. All right, so basically what we see is Bitcoin dominance. And this is a chart of how much percentage Bitcoin has over the market share. Now, when Bitcoin takes more market share, it's not good. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Lena. We're all in the live. Come to the live stream. Cool. All right, cool. So yeah, I just wanted to I'm going to actually end up quitting Telegram because that sounds annoying. Okay, so hi Sam, I finally made it to engaging live. Awesome, man. Now, it's not as easy for you, right? You live in a different time frame. I remember. I could be wrong. I'll try to remember everything, but okay, so we're looking at Bitcoin dominance right now. The UK. Yeah. So we're looking at Bitcoin dominance right now. We have a double bottom here. Haven't seen the double bottom in a while, right? Look, we were just falling. So this is kind of telling you, you know what? This is a line in the sand. Here we had previous resistance, a little bit of resistance here. And it's saying that Bitcoin may begin to take some market share back. Said, you know what? I gave you guys a nice rally. It's time for the big old Bitcoin to make a move. And if you remember, even yesterday I was saying, I think it's time to trade Bitcoin again. And you know what? It probably is. To get it, you know why? Because the chart looked pretty ripe. We'll get into what Bitcoin looks like as well. But so if Bitcoin dominance goes up this much, you're going to see a lot of altcoins take a hit. Because what's going to happen is you're going to see Bitcoin keep going up, and you're going to see newbies FOMO, institutional FOMO. You're going to see just a lot of people deciding that they have to be in Bitcoin. And that's why I always urge people to keep at least half of your entire portfolio in Bitcoin. And people say, why though? All these altcoins were going up and going up, but it's cyclical. And you may not catch the cycle perfectly. And to be, you know, we're not all robots, and we're not going to hit every single trade. So if you got 50 grand you're trading with, keep 25K in Bitcoin. That's just my opinion. Other people would say I'm silly, you know, you should Wi-Fi, you know, you should go yearn finance, and, you know. And then another issue is all this money is getting made on Uniswap. And you have to remember and take a deep breath, because like right now, even I'm FOMOing on Uniswap. Like I'm in these Telegram groups, gem collectors and all, and everyone's like, I just want a 10x and 20x. And even Nate yesterday was on the channel with Print. Print was going up. And, you know, yeah, but you know what? There's only 1,000 of those coins. A few hundred people get in 10x. So if you're one of the first people to get into some of those coins, it's over. Then what happens, you're going to FOMO, and you're going to look for some random projects, and you're just going to grab them up on Uniswap because you don't know, and you're getting emotional, and you're going to get wrecked. So I just, as much as I love Uniswap, and I think it's great that it's a decentralized DEC, I think we need more. I think it's going to be better once we get Unifier. I want to see it look more like an exchange where I can have a stop loss. You know, I need more protection, honestly. Just buying freely in Uniswap and hoping it's going to go up, that's kind of not my trading style. That's not how I made any money, and that's not how I created any success from trading. So I know I just went on a Uniswap tangent, but I just want to kind of calm your nerves, guys, too. If you think you're missing out on something, like, it's smoke and mirrors. It looks way sweeter than it is. There is big money coming, and there is yield farming, and I'm not saying don't take a couple $100 and try it, but don't risk a lot of money. Don't take 10 grand of your 20 grand savings and say I'm going to yield farm because this guy 10x'd. You may end up losing almost all of your capital, and it won't be good. It won't be a good feeling. Let's please hit that like button. It helps the frequency of my vibes go out into the internet so we can bring more cool people into our group, and our group becomes stronger. So I'm 80% Bitcoin. Sam, smart man. So we have the same name. You know my real name is Sam. Okay, so that's Bitcoin dominance. We're all eyes right here on this level. If it gets rejected, well, it's going to be great for the altcoins, right? And it will come back down right now to this level here, and during this time the altcoins will rip up as Bitcoin loses dominance. But if it breaks this level, it breaks this falling wedge, which this double bottom is kind of giving us the clue that it may. See, here we didn't have a double bottom, so here it looked like it was going to go up, but it fell back down. If it closed here in confluence with this bottom, we would have had to actually take notice. And so now we have to take notice because this bottom didn't come all the way down to the trend line. See, this time it should have went down to the bottom of the trend line. It did not. It stopped halfway with this bottom, creating a line in the sand for Bitcoin. So everyone, I'm kind of taking a break from trading until we watch Bitcoin dominance and we watch Bitcoin. Unless you want to make a Bitcoin trade, which we can get into that and we'll look at it. I was doing some other fun things, shorting BNB. I was trying to get creative because at one point it was looking harder and harder to make a trade. So we're going to look at Binance as well and check out the coins on Binance. Always good just to take a look at Binance and see what's going on. I like to see what coins are up, what coins are down. Things of that nature. Also, Bella up 1,200%. Unreal, right? So you could have just got in right when it opened. And you know what? I was going to actually play Bella last night. I had this little voice in my head say, play Bella. Play Bella. And I ended up falling asleep. I staked some wing with some spare BNB I had. Cool, man. That's pretty cool. So you're staking wing. And can you explain how you staked wing? Like, what did you do? What was the process there? Matic up 19%. Had a little bit of a pop. TRX down. So you could short TRX. Was a nice play. You know, it makes sense as it's popping up. RLC, Cody up 13%. YFI, BNB. So playing the BNB pairs, a lot of the BNB pairs are up. XDZ, BNB, Hive, BNB, Theta, BNB. On Binance, you can basically buy in a pre-sale. You bought Wing. It's pretty cool. Wing. I staked some Wing with some spare BNB. Dude, it's getting crazy. Well, let's look at the Bella chart. Bell USDT. It's just going to be a huge green line, honestly. That's amazing, though. It didn't even get sold off. Like, it's still kind of where it is. So it's not coming up anymore. We'll look at it on the Binance chart, I guess. We'll look like we're going to trade the USDT pair. So this is Bella. Wow, man. Look at on the 15-minute. So wow, we went up even more than that. So it started at 30 cents. And if you just bought into it, so all you had to do is buy it last night with all your money, and then right now you'd be up like so much percent. Like $3 would be a 10x, right? So $9 is a 30x. So 30x. So $1,000 turned into a 30 grand last night. So easily. This is crazy. Now it went all the way up to $18 though. So even if you were just up in this wick and you're like, you know, let's get out. So even if you fell asleep and didn't get out in the wick, you're still up so much. I can't believe it. Usually it goes up and it comes back down. This went up and just stayed up. It's amazing, man. So really, like we all missed a huge boat last night. Like we all should at least, even if you put $100, $100, right? I mean, 30x would have turned into 3 grand. Am I right here? $100 turned to 3,000. Damn, man. That's crazy. So, and then a lot of people obviously did buy up 14, 15, 16, and then they're all hurt right now. A lot of these people got hurt, right? Isn't that crazy? So there's most people that made money. There's a lot of people that are down horrible. Let's see how fast that happened. So this is a 15-minute candle. So we go to a 5-minute candle. So in 5 minutes, this thing pumped. So you had to be so fast. 3 minutes. Wow. See, that's shady. If it's a 1-minute candle, guys. It's a 1-minute candle. So don't be mad. Don't be sad at yourself. Like, it's almost impossible. That's impossible. That's impossible. You got to have an algorithm or a bot ready, something like that, right? Because boom. So basically, there's no way to get it. You would have had it. Most people would have got it on the low or down here. So basically, the only play was to have it already and to sell it off. So see how you can like make it look like you lost something here? Oh my God. Wow, that must have been insane last night. Wow. I saw that even, this happened before the bull run. So someone said, oh, it's a bull run for sure. Data did this. Data went up 1,700% one October day last fall. I was in my living room just doing it. You scalped 15% of Bella at the end? That's what you were saying? That's nuts. You're becoming a savage, Muser. Making more trades than me, man. Getting in there, like, it's insane. Pretty crazy. Okay, let's get back into the day and into the training. So we're looking at Bitcoin dominance. You have to have Bitcoin dominance in your Rolodex. If you're not looking at it every day, then you could be making a move into the alts when you really shouldn't be, and you could get really, really hurt. Okay? We're going to get into what we were talking about. So BNB down, up 14%. It's the leading coin in my little group of coins. And yeah, it was a good play. I mean, could have gotten it at 233, gotten out at 3. I did post this and I did talk about it a lot. And it's just something like, because people were staking all the Bella, right? They're staking the BNB to get Bella. And then there was one last day to get Bella. I figured people would sell off BNB. You see how I came up with that idea? That's kind of how I determined the idea to make the trade. Now, I'm gonna caution a lot of people not to trade. It's been the last 10 days have been some of the hardest 10 days to trade for me in a long, long time. I'll be honest. I'm used to setting up trades, and like 4 out of 6 of them making a pretty good gain. 3 out of 6 of them. Usually I'm above 50% on all my trades. And lately, it's been a lower percentage, and I have to take, if I want the higher percentage, I just have to take profits smaller and quicker. My positions have been smaller. I've been doing a lot to mitigate risk. And when you're mitigating risk more than probability trading, you know that you're in a different cycle. You got 40% off Bella last night, dude. Amazing. See my group, and also the Telegram group. Shout out to everyone in the Telegram group. It's really blowing up. It really is. There's been a lot of good ideas. I've been invited to some other groups. Some people have come into my group. There's a lot of meshing energies going on. In the last few days, a lot has happened on Telegram. And I'll be honest, I'm just really proud of my group and the lifers, everyone in there. You guys have been really showing up, helping each other. When someone comes into the group, everyone says welcome. Such a nice group of people, man. I really appreciate it. Wow. You guys are killing it. So our ARPA was the trade of the day. It went great until it didn't. Time to take profits, really. You can see it went up really well and then sold back down. So almost everything is popping and then not popping, popping and not popping. And we played it perfectly. We watched this come in, and then when this blue line curved and we were in the pink, that was our entry. That's where I got into ARPA. And yeah, so I'm still up technically, but up by a very small amount, 36%. I mean, 2.93%. Only a 3% gain on that trade, and we were up way more, right? So we entered at 3812, okay? 3812. So even right here at the top of this area, got in right here where the blue line had curved up. No, it says no. We got in at 3697. So sorry. 36. I was about to say, how am I up then? Doesn't make any sense. 3697. So we're just barely holding this 2% gain. But you can see we got in here. How did I know how to get in there? And that's what we want to really discuss is the entries. The entries are the most important, right? Because if you can make good entries, you can keep yourself from losing a lot of money. And that's basically what I teach and what I plan every single day. And what I do is I made my checklist after losing so many times for so many years as well. And then after winning and beginning to win, I started saying, well, what is it that's making the trades work? And I started back testing an idea, meshing it with what other mentors taught me, and creating like a bit of a system that I found worked. Now we're being held by the 200-day moving average. You can see it's not uncanny that the price is sitting right here at this level. And that could actually be a good, like you could see here we hit it, here it acted as support, here it acted as support. So it acts as support a lot right there, look, we hit it. It's very rare we break below it. You see this, the yellow line? Look, we hit it here, we're hitting it. We fell through here, but came back up. Now we're hitting it again. Fell through, came back on top. So that's another indication when you fall through the 200-day moving average. It's an average, so the price likes to get back on top. So you just want to look at that too. You backtest everything constantly. So what I backtested was the buy in the pink when the blue line is curving at the bottom of a trend line. I need those. There's other places where it will curve, like here, but we're not at the bottom of the trend line. See right here, we're like, the blue line was about to curve, but we were like somewhere over here. And what that tells you is it may come back to the bottom of the trend line, and that trade may not work. So the best possible chance to make a gain is to buy at the bottom of the trend line every single time. Aggressive buys at the bottom of the trend line. Hope the trend line holds. If it doesn't, or they wick you out, you just get stopped out for smaller amounts of money. The idea is to get stopped out for smaller amounts of money over and over again, and then let the big trades run. And this system, basically this is the system that I've created. Some people may not like the system. They may say, hey, I don't like this, But what I've found is this system will keep you trading. And it will keep you understand, and then you'll be able to learn more, and then you'll be able to take advantage of the times where you really... that's what trading's about. Trading's about being in the game as long as you can, preserving your capital, and watching the field, right? And taking advantage over the times where the probability is the highest. Taking advantage over those periods. Band and dock. Let's get into band. But this is why this is why I got into ARPA. And this is why I'm not down, even though a lot of other coins are down. And I'm not up a lot, but I'm not hurt. Because I found a system that protects me the most. Right? Buying here at the bottom of the trend line, blue line curving in the pink, and the RSI was also in a bit of a falling wedge, like this. You throw in divergence into that with a Fibonacci retracement and some support and resistance flips, and you're looking really good. So those are you combine all those things together, that's how you create entry. And that's why I'm able to tell you guys, hey, I think this is a good entry. Imagine that, looking at a chart and telling another human being, you should put your money here. You know, to tell someone else that means you should know exactly what you're saying, right? Okay, so we're going to look at band. Band. I have the USDT pair in here. Okay. So let's erase our previous work. I'll show you exactly how I begin to trade. I click to the daily. First of all, I create an account at TradingView. If you don't have an account at TradingView, here's a link in the chat. Please go there right now and create a free account. It'll give you the basics for 30 days, something like that, and we can go from there. But at least so you can get started and you can follow along. So band. See that big M, double top, bearish, right? And I just always want to teach you guys when I see something. This is how you find the target of a bearish double top. You bring the M to the end of the middle of the M, and you bring it, basically you measure the M to the top of the M's from the bottom of the middle V, and then you bring that to one of the ends of the leg. And usually the price will get pretty close, if not around that area. And there, you can see band went that far. Right here. Now, what do I see for band? Right off the bat, I see not a lot of resistance. Okay. So the first thing I do is I hit Alt H, which creates horizontal lines. That's what H is for. And I create horizontal lines at support and resistance areas, where I see the price. These will come into play later on, even in the future, weeks from now. These will come into play, and you'll see them. Okay, then I usually switch back to the 4 hour, and you can see on the daily we have a cross coming. We have a lot of pink, and the blue line is about to curve, and we're also falling down into a wedge on the RSI. We also have what I call, I don't see a lot of people talk about, but elongated hidden bearish divergence. Meaning this swing to this swing is lower, but this swing to this swing goes up. And tell me the trend will continue. Okay, but I am doing a lot of experimentation with elongated hidden bearish divergence, so I still have to back test that a little bit to be completely positive that it's working, but it's an indication. So we see that the RSI is in a falling wedge. We have a curve on the daily. That tells me this is going to go up, but we don't know how much more it will go down. So we're going to check onto a smaller time frame. Again, we don't have a lot of support and resistance for band in this area. Even while it's hitting this area, we're going to have to draw a Fibonacci, because that's all we have to go on at this point. So now we draw a Fibonacci from the low. And I'll teach you all this stuff, guys, once you do get TradingView, if you'd like to get TradingView. Here on the right, you have fib retracement right here, and this is what, and I star them. Look, you can star any one of these, and once you star them, they'll show up down here. So I have basically gone through and starred what I like to use, and they've shown up on this quick tool palette here. Now my quick tool palette is where I can go and use what I'm using all the time. So you can see, if I bring it to the top of this wick, we're at the 618. Okay, perfect time to accumulate. We're in the golden pocket of band. So it's not uncanny. That's why the price, that you could be like, why did the price stop there? We had the 618. Without a fib, you would never have known. Okay, and you'll see during more bearish markets, or when things are tighter, like it's not a bear market right now, but when things are tighter, you will see more fib action, because the algos are getting stressed more too. So they're trading more on the fibs heavily. They always trade on the fibs, but they'll be more taking profits faster. Like they'll be taking profits here and there. Like, see, These are the algos. They've been buying and selling in the fib area. They created this fib range between the 0.5 and the 618. Very important to see. So we're at the 618 on the 4 hour. I'm going to give a good look at the MACD below the equator, which is also a great sign. I like when the MACD, and this is the equator here, this line, meaning up and down. See, we're below the equator. We were oversold on the RSI already, moving back up. We're forming a kind of a, you know, bit of a primitive, but you can see this is a double bottom because we're bottoming in the same spot. Very similar to Bitcoin's double bottom on dominance. Now, if Bitcoin's dominance rips up, though, there's a chance this falls right through the 618. And look, we do not have a lot of support until we get back here to 592. So that's just something to be, like, that's the next set of support is at 592. So BAND is a pretty sketchy trade right now because it doesn't have huge support. And we have to watch Bitcoin dominance. I'll be honest right now, it's not a smart time to trade. The odds are not in your favor. The odds are not in your favor. We need Bitcoin to settle off, like either go to 11.2 and start to balance off. Right now, any moment Bitcoin could rip up. I just saw $400 million of Tether get transferred to Binance, I believe. So that tells me there's some huge buys coming. Something is going on. We have to be vigilant right now. Yeah, we'll go over TCT, yeah. So I just don't, like, even trades that all, like, look great, like right now, 618. Normally this would be a pretty good entry, you know, or begin to look for entry in the next hour and a half, because it's about to get into our system. We even like to front run the pink right now. This is like actually, like, this is kind of when I would begin to look to enter a trade, because we have our second red bar after yellow and pink and red bars coming. I'd wait for this just to curve. I just want to see a little curve telling me that this is kind of done its thing. It's starting to flatten out. The blue line I'm talking about. Everyone see that clearly? Okay, so double bottom here, band. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest anyone get into these trades, okay? And normally you'll see me, I'm saying this is an entry, let's go, let's rock. In a bull market, I'm giving you guys like 10 setups in a row. It's rocking and rolling. 8 of the setups are working out. Like, we're just moving forward. You can ask Muser, we were killing it together, killing it. But things change, it's a market cycle. BNB coin, tanking, right? Look at that, nice dump from 33 all the way down. And this is what I'm trying to say, guys. Like, this was an obvious trade to me. It was an obvious trade. After the Bella token came out, everyone would release their BNB that they were staking. It's like, okay, I got as much Bella as I could. I'll call it a day. You see what I'm saying? So, and people were getting a couple, you know, 5-6 Bella a day. Now it's $9 a coin. So they're making $50 a day, you know, farming Bella. Let's go back to that BNB short, which is BNB down, all the way up to 309 now. And you remember, you get 3 times the leverage. So that's why you're getting almost 30% out of this trade. 28.7%. I mean, I think that trade's over. Like, don't try to short BNB again. But the next time we have another run up, we'll be looking to short BNB again. Now, look, you can see it's time to buy BNB. We almost have hidden bullish divergence. Swing low. The swing low high. Yeah, it's a little lower. So it is. Swing low to a swing low here. Hidden bullish divergence. Tells you that the trend will continue. We have the red histogram. This may be the trade of the day, which is interesting now that we're talking about it, because once you're done with a short, and you know the short's done, it's kind of ready for the long to begin again. We are holding the support area too. We came up here, hit resistance. Previous support becomes resistance. Had a bit of a strange double top. We had bearish. You can see bearish divergence. What is bearish divergence? We have a high here on the price, another high here on the price, but the price swings down. That's bearish divergence. It tells you that the trend will go down. So you can short on that. Once you see that these swing highs, and boom, the price went down. It's an amazing thing. Divergence is like a crystal ball. It really will show you a lot. On the 1 hour, it says we are about to come, like this is it. Look, we have our second higher high on the 1 hour. So BNB looks like it's going to recover. Put BNB on your radar. It's in a bull flag. You can see this is a fake out. Came back down. Higher high now. Look for the 21-day moving average just to curve and not cross these ones. If it does, then it can tell us that we're going to have a little more downside. But the 1 hour looks good. The 4 hour looks good. The daily doesn't look too good, right? The daily's telling you that we have a curve coming. So if you were to scalp this, it looks like it won't last too long. Maybe you get back to 30, 31, 10% gains. If we were to build the trade, let's build the trade for an entry on the 1 hour. Best time would be to buy here at the bottom of the trend line yet again. Only because you could put a stop loss right here below this support area. Hit previous resistance, now it's support. So now, but again, look, uncanny that the yellow line here is the 21-day moving average. Can we look at link, please? Yes, 007 MP5, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Shout out to everybody here. Joseph Malaya, XRP User, Twin Greenie, Sam Sadiq. Love learning. I love learning. I love learning. Love you guys. This is awesome. So let's look at our target. We got our pole. If we break out, just come back to previous resistance here at 33.29. This says a little higher, but again, I like the confluence of that idea. Aggressive buy right now on this trade. 16% gains coming, and then the stop loss would have to be down here at like 27.5. Let's see what your risk is. I also teach a risk reward system when you trade. The stop loss and the target should basically be different by a ratio of 3 at least. So you should be risking 5.8% to gain 6.2%. If we did that, that's a little like a 2.6 to 1 risk reward ratio, meaning you should be risking less to gain more every time on the trade. That also raises the probability of why you're trading. If every trade is a 1-to-1, meaning you're risking 5 or 10% to gain 10%, those aren't high value trades. You want trades that have a higher bit of return than you're risking. And this is what's called risk reward. And this has something to do with risk management. This is also what I teach, and it's part of a combination of my lesson plans. Because if you're not doing risk reward, then you're also hurting your probability of making a trade. All right, so TCT. So we went over band. I like band. I like everything looks like, again, my system is looking good right now, but I have to tell you, man, that there's weirdness in the air with Bitcoin. At any moment, Bitcoin could rip, I think, to like 11.5. It could even go to 12,000, and dominance could kick in really fast. You can see all the alts take a dump. I'm serious. Like all your positions. Thank you. Great content as always. I really appreciate it, man. I really, really do. Okay, so let's get into TCT from user here. And please fire away, ask questions. This is what it's all about. So we were looking at TCT last night. And why? Because, well, I love these wedges. We know they're going to break out eventually. It's only a matter of time. We wait for the blue line to curve just slightly. See, look, you keep watching the blue line. Once you see a curve on the 1 hour, that's time for entry. So that's how we play it. We got oversold on the RSI, extremely. So once we get below this dotted line as well on the 1 hour, I mean, we were only there once, September 5th, August 21st. So in like the last 2 months, we've only been that low. We've gone close to the dotted line. Well, they've only been that low like 3 or 4 times. So, you know, those are good buying opportunities. This is now coming out and retesting previous support line here. This is a textbook buy, the retest. But what I don't like is we're already seeing a pink or a white line here on the green histogram, meaning we're starting to curve down. This could be feeling the pressure of the Bitcoin dominance move. Like it started to move up, everything looked good, but then it said, Bitcoin dominance. You know, you got to chill. Let's look at it on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, it says we have some pink on its way. So this is actually a front running on the pink. And we have hidden bullish divergence as well. It's sad because I'm seeing beautiful setups that I have to caution you guys I'd be wary to take. we do have this rounded bottom. We're coming back down to previous support. So it's a great trade. Like it's a great time to accumulate TCT. You have a bit of a cup and handle going here. This is the cup. Here you have the handle. Very bullish. Tends to create a big pump. 4 hour looks good. We have the 21-day moving average about to cross the 80, right? So that's really, really impressive too. We have the 200. We don't want to see the 50 cross the 200 right here. We want to see, you guys see what I'm saying, is we have moving averages together here as well. We want to make sure that this 200 curves back down. Oh, actually, that's my, no, this is actually good. This is the 200 right here. I'm messing up with my yellow line. So this is the 200. Yeah, everything's looking really good. It's almost like the 4 hour tells you this is where we like to enter, because we would be front running the first pink bar on the histogram, you know. But the 1 hour also foreshadows the idea that we will have a pump that doesn't culminate, right? That doesn't move, doesn't happen. Here again, we have a pump on the 30-minute and a retest, like a foreshadowing. Do we fall back into the pattern, or do we hold this level? This, you know, as we broke previous resistance we've been in since like September. Let's see, from here we started this fallback on September 13th. So a couple days now, it's been falling down. 4 hour looks good. Let's check the daily on TCT. Does it have one of those moves like most coins? It does. The daily even says, you know what? Look at this rounded bottom on the RSI. We do have that dip though, testing the same levels again. So, Syed, you twin greenie. Theo Wrench, don't worry, I made it while it's at work. Oh, his. I know I get confused sometimes by I get so into the zone when I'm doing these. All right, anyway, back into the 4 hour. I like this entry. This is the, in my system, this would be like, we would be waiting for one pink and the blue end of curve, and then we would be jumping in. So mark this for yourself. You know, check for that blue line to curve. You know, wait for a pink line. You know, every half an hour, give it a look on this, and you know, check my Telegram. If I end up entering, and I'm gonna let you guys know. So just something to think about. I like it. I think it's looking really good, but we just have to be cautious of what Bitcoin is doing. I hate saying that. I don't like even using that word, HATE. I don't like saying that because, but it's true. I'm not gonna lie to you guys just so I can get followers. Like, yes, everything's gonna pump, and like it's not my plan. My plan is to tell you the truth, so over time people realize that I tell the truth. Wow, 12 people on the stream, so awesome. Please hit the like button. It would really mean a lot. It helps my frequency attract more people that are like us. Basically, most people came here through a friend, or you saw the way I teach and you like it, and we went from there. Okay, so we're going to get in now into, you wanted to look at band and doc. I mean, doc's my baby. Everyone knows, if you know me, I'm a doc guy. Been playing doc. I was one of the first people to talk about doc. Loved doc. Loved it. But again, look, take profits. We hit previous resistance right here. We boomed up to my green line that I had drawn. Why did I draw that green line? I saw that we had previous support here. Look, support. So previous support will be resistance. You know? So that support area, look, we bounced off. But once you break down below support, it will become resistance again. So it's not uncanny that we couldn't break through this level. Insane, right? I mean, you draw these lines for a reason. Look, they sat here. Look, the wicks, this line was here for days. And look, the wicks came right to it. User, yes, it's me. Trade, mark the please. Trade of the day. Trade of the day. The trade of the day. What is it? We're going to look for the trade of the day. TCT looks like the trade of the day for me. Okay, because it's like, I like to be like a cobra. The way we like to trade here at Crypto Lifer is we like to be like a cobra that waits for its prey. We like to be coiled up in the bush, right? Muscles in action, venom at the end of the at the end of the teeth. just sitting, waiting. And then when the trade starts to move, that's like the equivalent of us jumping onto the prey, sucking out the blood, or, eating that protein. Sorry to make it so vicious. But what I am saying is, I'm trying to think of an animal that waits, that it's patient, that sets things up beforehand. It's like the snake. He knows where to be. He sees where animals like a watering hole or something. He sets up right near it. He camouflages himself. He hides. And he waits. And he waits. And he waits. And he waits. And then boom. Big cats do the same thing, right? When setting take profits and you have identified a previous level of resistance, would you set on that level or just below? I always set a little below, because you know why? Someone's trying to take your money, Theo. And they're all setting take profits at that line. You know what? A lot of times you do hit that line. You're funny with this. A lot of times you do hit that line. But my thing is, dude, always be a little humble. It never hurts to be humble. Okay? The squirrel would have been better. The squirrel waits to eat. But also looking at in the order books, it makes you feel, yeah, but that's why, like, don't get into the order books. The order books are other people and what they're thinking, right? Stick to your plan. Stick to your plan on the chart. Say, you know what? I like to take profits here. Now, this is getting a little messy, so let's start fresh with Doc. So we're going to look at Doc on the 4 hour. I really like Doc a lot, and I'm going to explain that it has a main net on September 30th. So it's huge news coming out. When that main net comes out, everyone's waiting on that. And Doc, the last time it had news, it had a Danforth test net, and it came out 2 weeks early. There's a chance that we hear about this main net way earlier. So see, so Doc is in, if we take away the manipulation, which has occurred, Doc is in this flag right here. This was pure manipulation. They tanked the price and brought it right back up. I mean, it was a V-shaped recovery. It is what it was, right? The squirrel, yes, they know how to preserve their assets. Snakes eat their prey all at once. Yeah, right. Well, I was just talking about how we enter. We weren't talking about longevity here. We're just talking about entry into a trade. We like to set our traps. We don't like to chase into any. I realize waiting and making a few trades is more successful. Better to be patient than to force a trade. Always. I'm telling you, always. Yeah, you could jump on Bella last night, make 40%. I'm saying, but the thing is, you need a system. That's not gonna, if you did that every time, there's huge red flags that you won't survive. Okay? So we're looking at Doc right now. Bottom of the trend line, really good. So that's the first checklist of this bit of a bull flag. And then we also want to see our target. Our target is our length of the pole out of the bull flag. And that's another reason we want to buy the bottom of the trend line. We don't want to just get this move up. We also want to get the move inside of the pattern. By buying the bottom of the trend line, we're going to gain 30% more profits. See? 34% gains in the whole move. In that trend line, we get 14% gains. So just something to think about. Yeah, like you should be waiting for the trade to occur, and you should already be in it. You shouldn't be wondering when it will occur and then getting into it. That's why when I see people jump into chat rooms, what's the trade of the day, guys? What's going on? Like, who's jumping on what? Like, no, we don't do that. We don't jump on things. Like, it's so immature. I hate to say it, but it's so immature. Like, that's like what job has anyone been good at their first day? I mean, everyone has innate abilities, but like I see a lot of beginner traders like, whoa, they're just, what makes you think you're going to jump right in, not knowing anything, and start making money? I mean, it can happen. That's why it has happened to some people, so it can happen, but it doesn't happen all the time. All right, so we're looking at Doc, and on the 4 hour, we do see that we're already curving down, telling you that we may not hold this trend line, and if we do, we have to go sideways. So this is a line in the sand for Doc as well, because it's not, and if we break through that, our next resistance is back to 1.8, right back down to 1.8. We gotta look for the 1 hour for an entry. The 1 hour tells us that we should hold this trend line though, right? It's showing you that we're in a falling wedge in the RSI, which is a good sign. I like to see bullish patterns on the RSI. We do have a little bit of a double bottom kind of curving up. I'd like to see a higher high though. We could have a little more downside. I just saw a little bit of a green candle peak up there though, so we did get bought up at this level. If I zoom in here and show you guys, you can see that candle did get bought up with a tiny, tiny wick. We do have falling volume, right, with falling price, and we're in a falling wedge here as well. And we do have strong support. Look, bounce, 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 and we're bouncing here again. Very, very strong support for DOC here at 2 cents. And with the mainnet coming on September 30th, and I've seen this kind of act adverse to Bitcoin. It kind of has its own following. Like, so many people are into DOC and like DOC that they're just like, you know what? I just feel like it has, oh, look at that candle popping now on the 1 hour. That may be the reversal here. Would like to see a bit of a double bottom, or, you know, if you want to be, I would be more conservative and wait for it to break out of the trend line here. Looks like it would have to break out somewhere around here. It also is below the moving averages on the 1 hour. And we need to see, we see the 21 crossing. We want to see this 21 cross the 200. That would be another bullish sign. And let's get DOC back up into this area. I like the trade. It looks good. It's not the trade of the day. Somehow I got super lucky and bought my big bag of DOT when it was bearish at 3.9 each. I'm waiting for it to go to 5 or 4.9 for my next buy. How did print work out, man? Print went up hard. Did you end up selling print, or are you still in print, Nate? And give us more of those gems, man. By all means, share those gems with us. You seem to be the Uniswap pioneer of the group here. So you've been, you've made some of the most gains with print. You're still holding print. Interesting. Wow, I cannot believe you didn't sell up 100% in literally like an hour and a half. All right, so DOC. Okay, the squirrel would have. I realized the waiting in a few more trades is more successful. Better to be patient. Yeah. All right, I see. Be ready. Yep. Somehow, okay. Holy. Shot up to 5 ETH each last night. Are you kidding me? Wow. I was up 1,000% and didn't sell. Yeah, like, what is wrong with you, dude? I'm sorry, I hate this. Come on, like, sell these Uniswaps, dude. Just get in and out. Think about it. Then you could take the next one and do the next one. Everyone's like, oh, I'm gonna wait. It's gonna go all the way. Just take the money when you have it. You could die tomorrow, man. Just keep repeating yourself. You're not guaranteed a week. So why are you gonna have money for a week? I'm not saying like don't prepare, but I'm up 600% right now currently. They're at 1,400 right now. Damn. Yeah, bird in hand, dude. Take it from BB. What BB just said. Take the money. If you have the money, take the money. Yeah, that's why, like, everyone's saying, what's the call? I'm telling all my people it's not to trade today. Yeah, you guys are looking for the trade. You need to make money, But sometimes, look at that, dude. A huge candle, and they took it right away. Boom. Still looking kind of at the place to accumulate now, though. It's so juicy, man. It's at the bottom of that trend line. It's at a low at 1,400 right now. Isn't that crazy? People have evaluated print at super high value. Mark my words. I think it's 2 to 2.5K today on print. Oh, you think it's gonna? So one print right now is $1,400 a coin. And no, I am not giving financial advice. Yeah. It's all right, man. You can tell us what you feel. Your buys are yours, guys. Remember that. You press that buy button. It's on you. It's on you. Sushi tanked. So Sushi had that news, and it was either going to tank or not. It tanked. I told you guys, look at the title of my video today. Why you should watch your alts. Bitcoin back to 13K, 20K by December. Why you should watch your alts. That was my first thing I was thinking about when I woke up today. I said a lot of people are going to get hurt. Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance. It's probably rising as we speak. Wow, look at it. Booming. About to go to 61% right now. If it breaks this level, guys, it's probably going to get back up to 61. And then all the way back here to the 61.64. That's going to take a lot of the market share away from these alts. It's going to hurt. Tell you right now. I don't know how ARPA is holding on. About to close the trades because they're just, you know, yep. YFI down, Yuma down. Doesn't matter, man. When Bitcoin takes the reins, it takes the reins. All right, look, BNB coin just, that's going up now. The short on BNB coin. Matic was up today. They had some news, but look, all profits got, if you didn't take your profits quickly, look, DREP went up, starting to go down. ICX went up, came back down. ICX had some big moves though. Look at that. From 39 to 50 cents. That went up 25%. I put it on your radar. I talk about it almost every channel. I think it's going to be a huge coin. It was already at $4 all-time highs. Look for it to go to $10. What up, Jesse? Yeah, so we have EVX, VeChain. See, every single thing has a wick taken off the top. And if we look at the 1 hour, we see red candles. Because Bitcoin is just taking it. It's taking it. Even Bitcoin dumped a little bit. And that tells me, let's look at the DXY. Did the dollar make a jump, right? The US dollar index. US dollar index, no. On the daily says we're about to have a move down, which is very good for Bitcoin. On the 4 hour, I bet it has like a temporary push up. But you can only see it on the daily. You can't see different candles on the dollar index, but it should be going down. You see we're in the pink. The blue line is curving. So what happened? I just want to check the regular markets as well. The Dow up 158 points. Now the Dow on the daily is in the pink and has a blue curve. So look for the Dow to go back up and to achieve previous highs at this 29,000. I actually think it's going to break all-time highs and keep going at this point because it's setting up for a nice bottom that's below this previous high. It should have retraced further down if it was going to actually have trouble. Now I see it forming a new base and coming back up. We need the Dow to keep going up as money flows into Bitcoin. Eventually Bitcoin will get big enough that I don't think it can get hurt by what happens with the Dow. So that's just something to think about. Yeah, but not a good time to trade alts. And the reason is because when times are good, you're going to make a lot of money. You're going to 10x your money, 5x your money, right? So if you have $1,000 and you're going to 5x it. Now, if you trade alts today and you lose $200, right? And you were going to 5x that money, that's like you losing $1,000. So remember, every dollar that you're losing today is a dollar you could be using in a far better market cycle. And when the market's treating you better. So again, I am teaching people how to trade, but that doesn't mean that there should be a trade every single day. And if you're upset that you're not in a trade today, you're obsessed and you're addicted to trading and you're over trading, right? And it doesn't mean you have to be in a trade every day. I'm serious. Check my Tesla for me so I don't have to leave the stream. Yeah, for sure. I got you. Tesla 436. Tesla doing really good. Okay. On the daily, it's in the pink and has a curve coming. This will be an entry for Tesla right now because it says it's about to rip. Look at if we got it here in the last pink when it was curving up. That would have been right here, right before one of its biggest moves up from 286 all the way back to $504, almost 100, basically like an 80% move. You can see it broke out of this bull flag here on the daily. You can see this right here on the daily, right? Now it's forming this rising wedge on the daily, which it looks like it's going to keep going. You can see that there's, look at on the 4 hour if you just wanted to accumulate. 4 hour looks great as well. Today's going to have a good day. It's going to keep ripping up. You can see it just crossed in the blue. We bounced off on oversold regions. Stocks are way easy to play because they do what they say they're going to do. Look, here was a rising wedge. You would have bought the bottom of the trend line. And my system works in stocks 100% better even. Look, you would have waited for this to come back to the bottom of the trend line. You would have seen the blue line curve, a little bit of a pink, only one pink. Usually get a little more, but one pink. And you would have gotten in right here and off to the races on Tesla. Gains of 84%. So, yeah, you're doing really well. no worries here. Battery day coming up. You guys got a lot of good news. On the weekly, let's just check the long term. On the weekly, it says you're going to have a pullback coming. You're a little overbought on the weekly. And look at the run up you've had, right? That's going to have to pull back. Let's pull that onto a fib to see where this would like to pull back for you. So look to accumulate tested down here at 291 when it bounces off the 0.15, because it's going to have to retrace unless it just goes para-weekly. But that will take some time. The daily says you still got at least, yeah, I'd say it's going to take a month for that pullback to show up onto the weekly. So you're still good to accumulate. And things are going well. I think you'll easily be at 600 bucks. We'll see if it breaks out of this rising wedge. See, your target for Tesla would be about $630. So there you go. Could you check Apple too? Because today I have an event. Apple on the NASDAQ. That can't be Apple. That's Apple? Well, they also did a split. They did a split recently, right? Because they were way more. They were $300 share. They must have done a split as well, right? Apple looking good. It's in the same place on the daily. It has two pink bars and the blue line is curving. It looks just, you know what? They're so big. They move with the Dow. They're basically the Dow. So Apple is going to do well as well. But I bet you, yeah, on the weekly, it does have a pullback coming. You can see this. You have a cross here. So basically the same story for Apple. And it's basically the same story. Yeah, Apple 4-to-1 split. Yeah, you can see because it was at 400. Yeah. Yeah, there. So now, forming this triangle here in the 1 hour. I will urge you guys, though, that around mid-October, it looks like we're going to have a pullback in almost everything, even Bitcoin, because I see Bitcoin on the weekly looks just like these guys. So I'm going to keep putting you guys aware to that. But yeah, check print, please, chart. See the green candles trying to reach the ceiling. See, when I put print in, though, I don't think it's going to come up here. See, it's so new. Like, we gotta look at it on CoinGecko. Like, that's what we're gonna have to do. Oh no, we'll go to that CoinTrader Pro, right? We'll go to CoinTrader Pro for you. Why don't I have this bookmarked? Let's bookmark that. Let's see if it's got print here. Print X. Is that the name of it? Is it Print X? Yes. How are you looking at it? That's another thing. DEX tools or Uniswap info, right? Where's Uniswap info? Show me where to do that. Oh, right here. Okay. Blog about community. Show me, man. I don't know how to look at Uniswap info. Could you show me? I don't know how to do it. I don't know. What is that? Plus. What the? What is that? Plus 15 something. What is that? I don't know what he's. You guys, man, I'm actually reading what you're writing. Messing with me. It's probably here, analytics and historical data, and then I can put print in. Yeah. Print USDT pair or ETH pair. Printer finance. That's it, right? Yeah. I understand. Okay, so here it is. I'd like to see the RSI but it isn't a falling wedge. You can see right here. I can only see it on the weekly though. That's all it's giving me. Oh, here's the daily. Look at it on the daily, man. Jesus, 200 all the way up. 7x. Unreal. Unreal. Pretty sweet. Wow. Only 770,000 in volume. Like, that could just, imagine that goes to like 10 million. I mean, that's a 10x from now. $16,000 coin real fast. This guy's doing it. Like, people were buying it 41 minutes ago was the last buy. That was the cat jumping on my keyboard. That's hilarious. That's funny, man. Okay. So yeah, I'm not going to have a trade of the day today, honestly, because it's been so hard to trade. Bitcoin down, BNB down, just seems to be pumping more and more. That's like the winner. That's my winner in my little crew. $10.37. This was on my radar here. Swerve USDT. It got added to Binance, but I couldn't get the chart. The Binance chart. There it is. It finally popped up. But you can only get the B note. Oh, there's BUSD. So you can only get it for Binance Coin or BUSD, which is fun. You can get. There's a lot of stable coins on Binance. People don't know that are there. So this is about to pop too. Look at that. Kind of formed this new level of support area. There it is. Broke down, holding it. Blue line about to cross. Brand new coin. Just very risky time to trade. Like I told you guys, there's easier times to make money. I don't think we should risk our capital when it's so hard. If that makes any sense. Doc looking nice though, I have to admit. Once it comes back down, I would put an order in for Doc at 1992. Down here. Feel like it would come back and test this new support area. Because like, why is it holding that support? Let's see in the past. You can see though, we hit it here, we hit it here, we hit it here. It does like this area. There's another time we hit it right here. Yeah, but with dominance rising, let's get back to Bitcoin dominance. I mean, you can see it is clearly ripped up on the 1 hour. It's moving pretty hard. Look, it really made it all the way back to the top of the trend line already. Like, that's pretty nuts, right? It's moving pretty fast. Really fast. It's taking dominance. Someone is pumping money. I'm telling you, this $400 million came in. So someone is pumping huge amounts of money into the markets, and they're pumping it into Bitcoin. Look at this double bottom here on the Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, not the best day for altcoins. We go back to Binance, but then you see 1,000% gains, and you're just like, oh. But anything besides that, and you're looking at, it's all BNB mixing. It's kind of fake liquidity. Look, it's all BNB coin, right? And it's only because BNB coin went down. So they're kind of showing you all these alts that are up. Look, this is smoke and mirrors. Look at 12%, 12%. BNB coin went down. So all these coins compared to BNB coin went up. That's another good idea, man. The next time we see BNB coin going down, you don't, not only do you have to short BNB, but look for a strong coin that's pumping, right? And then trade that with BNB pair. And that's, you can maximize gains by trading more pairs than you realize, right? Like, if you kind of open your mind to all the different pairs and the possibilities. So you think a BNB coin's going down, but Matic is pumping, then you make even more than the 10%. Matic went up 10%, but you buy it with the BNB pair, you'll make 20%. Because you're scalping both ways. Do you see what I'm saying? You're scalping on the value of BNB going down while you're also scalping on the value of Matic going up. Pretty interesting. Like BNB, you would have made the most if you traded BNB for Bella, because BNB was going down with Bella instead of the dollar staying stagnant as Bella went up. So you got an extra 172% by trading BNB. You get it? Pretty interesting. Just something that I insightfully picked up there. And look, BNB down, one of the top coins. And I called that trade out yesterday. Now, nobody, you could search all of, I didn't see anyone saying that they were going to No, BNB with the 3, it could be better. It could be better. All I'm saying, I'm just brainstorming. I think it is better, and that's why I made the trade yesterday at BNB down. I'm just saying it's interesting to think about all these concepts, right? And the different pairs and how you could take advantage of better spreads, right? I like Penn Gaming. I feel like it's going to go all the way up to $76. That's my goal for Penn Gaming, to buy it in at 51.40 and sell it 76 bucks. Yeah, just ideas, man. Let's look at Bitcoin. So it basically just got rejected at 10.939, which is fine. Let's look at it on the 1 hour. How bad was that rejection? I think it's a bit of a flag now, so that's cool. This is what we would like to see after a green candle. We really want to see that it's holding these levels, right? And this could become a bit of a flag here, or even a rising wedge or an open wedge. I like to draw patterns and then see them fill in. Helps me learn and understand patterns again later on. We're at the bottom of the trend line. On the 4 hour, it says we've had our run up and we're about to kind of have a turnover. But on the daily, it says that we had our cross. So we had our daily cross. And now we're going to have a couple days of green. Look, how many days do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. 10 days on the histogram. Not every day was green. But the last time we had our first bar here, we went from 9,175 all the way to 12,100. So will we make it back to the top of this trend line in this range? That's what everyone's saying. And we hit 12,000 and then we're going to get rejected again. But here it looks like we're on our way. The chart's telling us that we're on our way, running up. You know what? It's a good time to trade Bitcoin, and not altcoins. So I would suggest to actually put a buy in right now for Bitcoin at 10.8442. You have dominance rising. You have millions of dollars getting pumped in through Tether, and you have your first green bar on the daily, right? I mean, the buy obviously was right here in the pink when the blue line was curving. That's where I like you guys. You would have already gotten most of the move. Again, you can see how my system really works out when you back test it. Here again was the buy on the 4 hour. This pink bar here when the blue line was curving. Boom. And see, we do the same thing over and over again. Other people, they buy here when the pink is curving. They think it's a good idea because they do it once, but then they buy a breakout, and then they buy this, and they're not doing the same thing over and over again. But here, we're doing the same thing over and over again. Thank you so much for the likes. 10 likes, dude. I think it's the most likes I ever got. Huge, 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 huge. Amazing. What time we got? 10:45. I have to prepare for a lesson and get some stuff done. So about 10 more minutes, guys, then I have to run. Yeah, but I just 6% gains, 4%. I mean, those are you have to be able. We basically need an entry, get in, get out. We need at least a 12-14% move so we can make 8, 9. We can, because no one's going to catch the exact beginning and end of all moves. We could look at Bitcoin on the 15-minute to see what it's doing. And the 15 minutes says it has a little down. Going to come back down to this trend line at basically 10.821. So I'm actually going to trade Bitcoin today. I'll be honest with you guys. That's the smartest thing to do. I'm not going to fight the trend anymore. Bad idea. Not working. It's not going to help, right? So trade Bitcoin. We're going to get in it right here at the bottom of the trend line here at 10.821. Feel like it's going to hit this trend line and kiss it. Oop, falling down now. 8.11. 8 more. Got bought back up. And I actually think we should move it down here to this. Yeah. It should be in line with that candle. So yeah, I'm changing my system here. See? Came back to the bottom of the trend line. 10.815, 10.800 really even. Nice entry for Bitcoin. It'll go back up here to 10.940. It'll range in here. just kind of get those gains as it ranges. And then, I mean, the daily says we're going up. I mean, you can clearly, if we play the charts the way we've been playing them, we should be all right. So basically get into Bitcoin. The trade of the day is Bitcoin at 10.8, 10.800. That's what I'm calling for. An entry on the 30-minute on the bottom of the trend line. Yeah, I gave up. I'm not fighting it. I'm not going against these alts. Do we have a little bit of a shoulder ahead and kind of a shoulder there? Possible that falls back down here even to 10.685. Something to think about. That's also possibly bearish, right? Hopefully we get held up by this 21-day moving average right here on the 30-minute though. We're wicking with that idea. If you have time, either today or in the future video, can you explain how when Bitcoin drops, it takes alts with it, but they trend inversely? Well, we gotta think now. I can't think of a coin. Right? What's a good coin? I'm gonna explain that all right now. Let's take Matic. Matic's a good coin, right? An idea here. NIO at 17. That was my call. Said it was gonna pop. It did. You know, I saw we were in the pink Friday afternoon. I told my friend at 4 o'clock, it's time to buy NIO. He'd be up already on my call on that idea. There's something I have to talk about, but okay. Let's get back to this. Okay, so we're on the whiteboard here. Okay, could you check LRC? Maybe there's a cup and handle in the chart. Yeah, I'll check that. Let me just answer Sam's question here. So we're looking at Matic, okay? And right now, let's look at Matic Bitcoin. It's 193 Satoshis, okay? So Matic, it's 193 sats, okay? And Bitcoin's sitting at, let's just say 10,600. Sorry, this isn't going to be the best, but just help me explain it. So Bitcoin's sitting at 10,600. They're both at even Steven. So let's put, they're two little kids and they're on a seesaw. Okay. Yay, I'm on a seesaw. Yay. Okay. Anyway, so they're sitting here on the seesaw. Okay. Now, what's happening is they're even right now, but Bitcoin goes up in value. So this kid goes up on the seesaw. Now, if Matic, so 193 sats, and Matic is at 0.014 cents. Bitcoin's at 10,600. Now, Bitcoin goes up in value against the US dollar. Okay? But Matic does not. Matic does not. People don't buy. And why is Bitcoin going up? Sell and demand. People are buying more Bitcoin. The demand goes up. The price goes up. This is how I teach my daughter. Now, you're hilarious, dude. Now, 193. You guys are funny, man. So, like at 193, Matic doesn't go up in price. Okay? It stays at 0.014, while Bitcoin goes down up to 10,900. So Bitcoin went up $300 against the US dollar, but Matic does not go up against the US dollar. Okay? The price either has to stay the same, or people have to buy as much Matic as they're buying Bitcoin for the price to stay the same. Now what happens is the price of Bitcoin goes up and Matic basically starts to lose price, like it goes 0.138. People also start to sell Matic to buy Bitcoin. So Matic is getting sold at the same time Bitcoin is getting bought, right? And it goes to 190 Satoshi. And then the Satoshi level starts to go down. Eventually Matic ends at, 175 Satoshi. You see it a lot as Bitcoin ripped up. So basically, if Matic doesn't move at the same rate as Bitcoin, it's going to have to lose. You get it? Someone has to be buying up as much Matic as they are Bitcoin for it to move. So that's kind of the idea. Okay? I don't know, does that make any sense? Now you said, if you have time, can you explain how Bitcoin drops, it takes alt with it, but they trend inversely on dominance. Now when Bitcoin drops in value, it goes from 10,600 to 10,000, and the alt stayed the same and nothing touched it. Now, the alt is worth 193 sats. If every Satoshi, if Bitcoin loses, look, 10,000, right? 1,000 is 10%. So 600 is a little above 5%. It's about 5.1%, right? So the idea is that 5. Yeah, I think it's 6%. 6%, yeah. Because then the 4 more would equal that. So if Bitcoin loses 6% and you're worth 193 Satoshis, then your 193 Satoshis are going to lose 6% of their value. Okay? Because Matic is priced in Satoshis, and Satoshis are priced in the price of Bitcoin. Now you're saying but they trend inversely on dominance. Yes. Dominance is how much money this is the entire market space, right? Say you had 100 millionaires with they each had $1 million. So it's $100 million. And today they have 50 in alts and 50 in Bitcoin, right? Now what happens is a couple of these guys like to go back into Bitcoin, and they ended up putting 60 million in Bitcoin and only 30 million in alts. As money flows out of the alts, it goes into Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance is really just showing you people selling their alts for Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin goes up, it draws its funds from the alts. But when Bitcoin dumps, confidence, all the crypto falls. So they all drop. Yeah. And honestly, not even confidence. They're all based in the Satoshi value. They're not pegged to gold. They're not pegged to a dollar. They're not pegged to anything. So they're pegged to the price of Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin goes down, they go down. Now, every once in a while, one coin will be in more demand than Bitcoin. You've seen it. Like Bitcoin will go down, but Doc's done it. There's a day where Doc has some good news. Too many people have piled their bags in, and Bitcoin starts to go down, and no one cares. They just don't care, and Doc still keeps doing what it's doing, right? So that's also an interesting idea, okay? So yes, and you actually really have to understand these concepts to trade alts in Bitcoin, because if not, you'll be making bad decisions, right? Like there's a reason why alts are tanking right now, like horribly. Like if you're in alts, you're gonna lose a lot of money today, and I said it at the beginning of my channel. The beginning of my live stream, it says why you should watch your alts. Bitcoin back to 13K, 20K by December 2020. Maybe I should have made it even more scary, right? But this dominance is rising. Look at it. It's about to break this level, and it's about to go above this 200-day moving average. Look at the 21-day curving. Even the 21 days in a bit of a double bottom. Look, double bottom here, price in a double bottom. That's extremely bullish. I think we're in for a huge move. I think you're going to see some, and this happens in big bull markets. You'll see Bitcoin run up. I would assume that when Bitcoin goes up, it'll initially take funds from alts, but alts will catch up eventually. Well, what happens is if you're in the USDT pair, the alt will go up, because let me go back to here. Now, Matic is, so this is Matic, just the M, right? So Matic is 193 Satoshi, or it's 0.028 cents. So here's the BTC pair, here's the USDT pair. Now Bitcoin starts to go up in USDT, right? In American dollars. It's going to bring this up. Now, if Matic doesn't lose any Satoshis, but it stays stagnant at 193, now Bitcoin will go up. And now, to Bitcoin, Matic won't go up. It will go down, because Matic's gaining Bitcoin's gaining Satoshi value, but Matic isn't. It's staying at 193. But because Bitcoin's going up, the price of a Satoshi is going up. So thus, the USDT pair is going up, while the BTC pair is not. So when Bitcoin pumps, it takes up USDT pairs, but it hurts BTC pairs. Yes, the money then a lot of times does flow back into the USDT, the BTC pair. But that's why if you see my setups and what I'm trading all USDT. All USDT. All USDT. Because I'm hedging myself on that idea, you know, that if Bitcoin goes up, I'll still make some money. If Bitcoin goes down, I won't make money. Huge losses today. TCT just getting worse. Right? So that's another time trying to play these. If you don't see the curve on the blue line, see how the blue line isn't curved yet? Then we don't get in, because that tells us that the carnage hasn't stopped. The curve on the blue line is basically when the water, that's like the shut off to the water. Like right here, when it starts to curve, you're like, okay, the pain is over. The pain is starting to end. When that blue line curves, that's when we know. But when it's in free fall, price is still going. And right now, we're in free fall on TCT. And in a lot of these coins. So I'm telling you, some of the toughest days to trade. Okay, the last 2 weeks, it could make a beginner pull their hair out. It's hard for experts to trade. So imagine the beginner. Like you don't know what's going on. You don't know. Again, a signal I always keep showing you guys, if you do end up getting 3 commas, which I suggest you do, because it's almost impossible to trade without it. But you'll see, whenever we have USDT for BUSD, USDT for PAXG, these are gold stable coins. So people are running into gold. USDT for BNB, BNB USDT, USDT for TUSDT. So whenever I see a lot of stable coins for stable coins, it tells me that there's a carnage in the market.
Daddy, every time I try to put the TV on, it's not letting me.
Why are you trying to watch TV?
I just want to.
No, go play with your toys. Let me finish what I'm doing.
No.
You're going to embarrass me in front of everyone like that and think that I didn't treat you right as a conscious, beautiful girl that would really disrespect her daddy while he was live streaming? Come on. You're not that. That's not who you are.
But I want to.
I'll be up in a second. Give me my.
No.
All right. If you don't give me a minute right now, I'm going to be very upset.
This.
Okay, I'll be upstairs. You have to let me finish my show, please. There's people here that need help.
This is nail fungus I have.
She is very pushy, man. Hitting 6 years old, and she is getting very pushy. I'll tell you. She always was pushy, even when she was a little girl. She was a pushy little girl. Wow. BNB down, just ripping. Now I wish I was still in that short. That short is going well right now, up 22%. Killing them. So basically that was the trade of the day, was to short BNB. Right? I mean, nothing better than that. So now Bitcoin gets rejected hard, and then it takes the whole market with it. Isn't that crazy? As it took the whole market down as it was going up. It's just the manipulation in the last few days has been just almost insane. Like, insane. My mentor has decided not to trade. He's like, I'm not trading, right? He's like, why would I lose my money, right? Grin is the only thing probably that can't go down anymore, because it's been at this level for too long. Yeah. So everything going right back. Litecoin back to 48. Look at the total market cap. Yeah, so this just took a huge hit. We were at 334 billion. They just took out 6 billies on us, but we got bought back up to 327 billies. Let's look at this. Is looking just like Bitcoin did when it was trying to fight out of that wedge. It was really just the dollar boomed up and the market cap fell on us. We were making our moves out. Target for the market cap is to get back to 347 billies. That coincides with this level here that has a little bit of resistance at $344 billion. We are flagging right now, though, so not to worry, guys. we're flagging right here. At the bottom of the trend line, this should be it. This should be it. The carnage should be over. We should begin to recover. Look at that. Unless we fall back down to the bottom of this trend line. So, but something to look at. This is the entire market cap, right? Bitcoin dominance. We really need to see it get rejected. It has to get rejected by this trend line here and come right back down. And this could create a nice couple weeks for us. So this is what we need to see. 60.80 was not the plan for the day. And if this breaks through this 200-day moving average and crosses, yes, altcoins are going to have a lot of trouble. So just got to let you guys know that. And that's what you come here for, to understand the ideas here. What's happening. Very stressful day to trade, though. Not easy at all. And I got stopped out of ARPA even though I was up $100 last night. So take your profits. Learn from me. Take your profits. Take your profits. Like almost, this is the type of market that if you're up in the green, take it. $60, $50. I don't care what it is. If you made a trade and you're green, take it. Take it. No midterm, long-term hold ideas right now. Don't try to accumulate right now. Literally, there's just, I'm warning you. I'm warning you. The manipulation is rampant right now. And we need the market to kind of slow down, pace itself a little better. We need to see Bitcoin find its way. And until that point, let's look at Bitcoin on the 1 hour. So you could see it kind of had this strange pattern. Looks like a head and shoulders now. But it was a fake out. Said it was going to break out and keep moving. Now it's right back into the pattern off the 21-day moving average. Look for it to come back down to the trend line here at 10,007. Hopefully we don't break that. We break that. We go to 10.64. We break that. You know, the next level here is this 10.565. All I really want is Sunday night. I want us to close at 10,500. That's all I care about. We close at 10,500 on the week bullish. We get out of that hole. We're dabbling with the 9,800 region and that 9,400, 9,600 gap that everyone's been talking about. And we get to move forward, right? Binance sued for allegedly facilitating money laundering with lax KYC. This is something we have to worry about here in the United States. Binance famously light know your customer requirements are being targeted by current owners of Zafe, a Japanese cryptocurrency exchange that got hacked. Plaintiffs are claiming that its weak KYC requirements and highly daily withdrawal limit facilitated the laundering of $60 million stolen from the exchange. The lawsuit was filed in the Northern District of California by Representative Fisco Company Exchange, which acquired Zafe soon after the hack. Fisco is accusing Binance of helping launder $9 million in cryptocurrency. This is interesting, right? And is seeking compensation for these alleged losses. The plaintiffs maintain that Binance had the power to identify and stop the stolen assets due to the traceable nature of blockchain. A significant portion of the case document seeks to demonstrate why Northern California is the proper jurisdiction for suing Binance, which is a globally distributed team and is likely to be legally based in a tax haven country. The first line of argument is that Binance's servers are located in California because it uses Amazon Web Services. The document concedes that the cloud provider has global coverage that can be switched at will, but it still makes the claim that most of the infrastructure is in California. Though it is possible the Binance California AWS server holds more data than others, the website itself served from the location closest to the server. And it's kind of strange they're going to try to use California as the basis point, right, to try to take Binance to court. What do you guys think of this? Are you on that side? Which side are you on? Right? Because it's like, yeah, we don't want guys not using Binance to get money out. But at the same time, like, you know what it is, man? The IRS is coming for us. I think the days that we could kind of live in anonymity in crypto, which we thought was going to be freedom, they're going to come for us. They're going to ban Monero. I don't know. It's going to be pretty bad. I think it's going to get hairy. I'm already seeing some big IRS crypto laws coming out. So there's an alleged crypto Ponzi scheme targeting Spanish speaker. It freezes the funds. Future traders are short. 3 reasons why it won't stop the rally. Don't expect another Bitcoin price catastrophic dump. Bitcoin's macro landscape is making current price levels look like a good buy. Willy Woo suggests support stacks up at 9,600. Bitcoin price trajectory is looking to favor the bulls going forward. Willy Woo believes that the market nears 11,000. In the series of tweets on September 14th, Woo highlighted the strength in the market composition and said that current price levels could be a useful entry point for investors. Yeah, I do like 10,800 right now. I do. Again, my trade of the day, as I said before, is Bitcoin maybe to the bottom at 10,700. We'll say bottom of the trend line on the 1 hour. This is where you would like to enter Bitcoin. Hopefully you'll hold that trend line and move forward. If not, you can put a stop loss right here. And if it falls through, it goes back down. You can accumulate somewhere down in this region below this 10,550 or even at 10,500. All the moving averages are in a line. You're going to see we're going to cross this 200 right now on the 1 hour. It's very strong. We do see pink here though on the green histogram running out of space. We had our move. We thought that 4 hours was going to show way more of a dump. It did not. Kind of just went sideways, came back up, broke, and now we're holding this trend line. So we just need to hold 10,644 here on the local time frame. I really like an entry into Bitcoin around 10,006 right now. But thank you guys so much for watching. One last thing, you guys said there's no support at 11. Who is this guy? Chris Collin. You guys know this guy? I don't see him in the chat ever. Is he a trader? What is he doing? There's no support at 11. There's heavy support at 11. There's resistance at 11. Look, heavy resistance right here. Once we break through this nice support, this support right here, look, there's support at 11,259. There's support right here at 10,928. Heavy support in this region. Heavy support, but it's resistance now. So we're going to have to break through resistance here at 10,948, which we just hit. That was the previous resistance. You can see why we didn't make it through. Because what we bounced here is support, support. Now it's resistance. We need to get above 10,009. Telling you the line in the sand. And a nice entry is like 10,7, 10,750. I like entering Bitcoin right now. Yeah, that's the trade of the day, guys. And I'll show it to you on the 1 hour if you really want to see it. Is to get here at the bottom of the trend line when Bitcoin comes back down, right in this area here. And to put a stop loss right here at 10,649 area, even maybe below this wick at 10,600, and see how much you can ride it. And that's the plan. And that's the idea. Very simple trade, not a lot of risk. And yeah, trading Bitcoin for the day. But thank you guys so much for watching. Oh wait, SHR? I don't even know. I don't know what that is. Sorry, I don't know what that is, man. I'll Uniswap it here. Silly place, maybe. Shrimp? Or shroom? Shroom, I think you want, right? This thing flatline. This thing tanked. Share ring? Share ring? And look, dude, Bella's starting to tank. Share ring. Is that a cryptocurrency? Yeah, I don't know. I can't find it. Why did Electronium Classic? Well, ETH is an altcoin, man. You know, and if it doesn't have Bitcoin dominance, like anything that doesn't have Bitcoin dominance is going to go down. You see what I'm saying? It's Bitcoin dominance is taking more of the market share. That's flat out what's happening, right? And that's why you really have to understand that. It's the dominance. Wait, this is alphabetical order. Playing games. But ETH isn't bad, man. It's holding strong support here. Look at the support it has at 356. Boom. Look, you got bought back up here. It's kind of not even coming back down there. And it's getting held up by this 50-day moving average. Looking pretty good on the 4 hour. And look, it's about to go back into the pink. A little more red action. ETH is actually looking good. I like ETH. Nothing wrong with ETH. It just keeps building support, actually. Like here it had support down here. at 322, and it's starting to range up. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Yeah, right? Drink some water. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I gotta bounce. I gotta do some preparing, but I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful day. Stay on the Telegram. The Telegram's been really active. I really appreciate it. Let's keep it moving. Be active. I really appreciate it. That's not latent at all, which I can't believe. Cool. Ripple at $100 will make people lose their minds. I'm so sick of watching these buddies, but I believe it. I commented on XRP Ventures. Love you, buddy. That's a cool old dude, man. I like that guy. Let's keep it moving. Be active. Put me under that guy. But yeah, wait, that was weird. You guys saw that like flash? Red action. ETH is actually looking good. I like ETH. Nothing wrong with ETH. You should just take off the headphones. Maybe it would be better on the diamonds, baby. Getting some diamonds today. In a little while. Okay, cool. But yeah, please go to join the best community online at TradingView. Get a TradingView account. Get some merch, man. Got some cool channel merch. I'm wearing it right now. As you can see, it's got the Crypto Lifer logo right here. It's pretty sweet. And then the back has the Crypto Lifer logo really big. I don't know if you guys can see it. But yeah, check it out, man. Be a lifer. But yeah, please join the Telegram Crypto Lifer Trading Room. Awesome place right here. This is it. Got the link. Send your friends. Come join live. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So cool. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, crypto is life. I'll look up at sharing later, Theo. I haven't forgot about you. I just couldn't figure it out. And, but I don't want to blow you off. So just mentioning that. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be safe.